All right. Thanks for tuning into the Fats Media Podcast. This is part two of the distribution talk. This is the real cost of music distribution. So, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Fats Media Podcast, your go to for indie artist, game industry facts, insights, and real talk that'll help you take your music career to the next level. So, and this is part two of our distribution talk series. And if you didn't catch part one, go back, subscribe to the channel, and check part one of the distribution talk. All right. And you can see it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere where you listen to your podcast. You can also go to fatsmedia.com. Everything is on there. We got the blog post, the podcast, the YouTube, everything's all in that website. Everything's put together, right? We broke down the basic problems with how most distribution platforms treat indie artists. They treat them like they're numbers, not people. Okay. So today, though we're getting deeper, we're gonna compare the big distribution platforms, and we're gonna talk names. Okay, so let's see. So now we're gonna talk about. Let's see. Sorry about that. Actually, give you all right. So now we're gonna talk about what we have offering, what we're setting up, and so this is called Virtual Manager. We're the first ones to ever do it. We're the first company to ever create a virtual manager platform. So for you artists that are looking for management, a virtual manager is going to handle all of your back end stuff. And then maybe you have a manager, like a physical manager, is going to handle booking shows and doing those kind of things. Or you want to start doing that on your own. This is perfect for you. So the virtual manager, we have that integrated into the platform. Fats District. Okay, so Fats District is about to take a lot of weight off your shoulders. That's the plan with Fats District. Okay, so the big players, what they offer. All right, let's start by giving credit where it's due. Distribution today is easier than it's ever been, and that's thanks to those platforms. All right, that's thanks to platforms like DistroKid, TuneCore, United Masters, Amuse, CD Baby. Who else? Who else? Now let's break down what each of them brings to the table and where they fall short. Now, this is the stuff that I was looking up when I was researching and trying to get everything together for Fats District, while building Nario, while doing the website. So the pros of DistroKit, you could upload fast. You could put a whole bunch of songs in one shot, upload it. Simple, flat yearly rate. And they let you keep 100% of your royalties. That's what they promote, all right? Unlimited songs. The cons is there's no help. So you don't get any strategy talk, no marketing. They have some tools, but there aren't marketing tools. They just plug the information you already put in when you signed up. They plug that into another platform, and they do that, all right? There's no extras. There's no artist development support. There's just the basic dashboard, and there's no rollout. You have no rollout. You can schedule that you're going to release in 2 weeks, but that's it. It's very generic. So if you're just dropping music and you're hoping people find the DistroKid, is fine. But if you want growth, then that's where it stops. All right. If you want growth and you want to nurture an audience, that's where DistroKid, that's where it doesn't work. Now you have TuneCore. Their dashboard is a lot newer, a lot fresher looking. They offer a free tier. They have TuneCore rewards for artists. So that's their helping out artists thing. I don't know, their little promo. And then the cons are annual fees. They stack up when you get multiple songs and you start getting a big, healthy catalog. Support, you won't get a response within 3 to 5 days sometimes. That's what I've been told. No real rollout tools like the other ones. Very little community connection. There's no connection at all. They've made changes recently, with social media having a bigger impact on that. But that's just building up their brand. So I don't know if you're considering that. Then there's the United Masters. They have good branding because this guy's he was in the advertising field before he started this. So they have sync deals with ESPN, NBA 2K if you're lucky. They have a good analytics dashboard for you to see. All right, that's good. Now the con is a 90-10 split. So they get 10% on the free plan. So that I don't. That's a little crazy depending if you sell a lot. That could be a lot of money being given away, but that you're putting it up for free and then you can always change it. I'm assuming you can upgrade, but most artists never use them unless they're already buzzing. Then there's Amuse. Amuse has a free plan also. Simple, mobile, first design, so you could mobile friendly, easy to release music right from your phone. And the cons is slow payout. So everything is payout is gonna is. I looked into it. You can't control payout. When the distribution company gets paid, that's when you get paid. So that's hard to control. Uh, I don't know if it's great for long term rollout planning. All right. Then there's CD Baby. They've been around forever, so you already know they have a lot of connections. They handle physical sales as long and publishing if you want them to do that, and they have good metadata because they have a lot of back end support. So their system has been up long and running for a long time. You pay per release, slow payout system, so you got to wait. Outdated interface, so it doesn't look great. Still looks like it's in the late 90s, early 2000s. No AI automation, which I like. I don't like AI, but it's up to you with that. So what's lacking? So here's what you need to catch. All these platforms offer distribution, but none of them offer any guidance, any management. Don't think about it. Don't think about help. They're there just for you to press play, upload. You give them the money, and then they'll put it up on the platforms. That's it. That's what they are. They're a distribution company. That's basically what they are. So you got to create your rollout content, organize your split sheets, track your progress towards your goals, schedule your drops around your life, build your artist brand. Uh, they're like gas station. You stop in, grab what you need, and you leave. But what if you had a roadmap? This is where we come in. All right, this is where we come in. What if you had a roadmap that told you everything that's coming up the following month? So this is where Fats District and Virtual Manager comes in. All right, we built this for indie artists who are done winging it and trying to figure it out because that's just slowing you down. So if you're tired of just uploading tracks and getting nothing in return, check out Fats District. I'm still building it out. I'm being 100% transparent. I'm only 15 days into this 100-day goal thing of building this platform. So message me if you have any issues with the platform, and you can reach me directly. All right, it's clean distribution to all major platforms. You're going to be distributed to all the platforms. You're going to be integrated into Nario, so your fans can discover your content directly right there. We do social promo tools. So that doesn't mean social promo tools where you go and you have to do all the work. We do it for you and we send it to you. You put on your scheduler. We can go and schedule it for you as well. We're going to set up playlist opportunities. We don't believe in playlists. We don't believe in paying for playlists. Organic playlist is always the best. We don't want you to get flagged for any of your content, any of your music, is then they use that as an excuse not to pay you. All right. We'll schedule releases, build a rollout timeline, write your captions, descriptions, track your fan engagement, get you all the details, all your fan details, plan your merch drop, set up your merch website, your video layout, so you can focus on the music. It's like having a label assistant in your pocket with no ego, no percentage cut. You pay the monthly fee, you pay the fee, and we're going to take care of everything else. And you just message us and you'll get a response the same day. All right. There's no delays at all. You're going to have direct phone number, text, no email. All right. So this is what I saw when I was looking everything up. And I said, how can I make this better? How can we make this easier and not cost a fortune? All right. But this is not for people that this is just a hobby. This is people that want to grow a catalog, have a fan base, get income from their music, and grow. All right. This podcast is just the beginning. So head over to fatsmedia.com, tap in with us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everything's at Fats Media. If you're ready to distribute smarter, grow your brand, actually see results, hit us up. You can DM us on those platforms or email me directly, fatsmedia@gmail.com. We're accepting artists for distribution, for management, and partnerships right now. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. But before I leave, another pitch that I want to give you guys about this. So when you're releasing music, I've been making posts on TikTok. So if you found the podcast through the TikTok, I made posts about, hey, artists, are you guys copywriting your music? Are you guys copywriting your music? Are you guys registering with SoundScan? Are you guys on ASCAP? Do you guys have your ISRC codes? Do you guys know them? Do you have them saved somewhere? I'm posting these on TikTok, and I'm talking to you on the podcast because another thing that I noticed when I was doing research, a lot of artists don't have this information. And a lot of artists don't know where to get that information or how to do it. So most of this stuff is free. So there's a lot, there's a, not all of it, but there's some stuff that's free that you can just register it, put your information in, and it's free. If the distribution platform that you choose doesn't give you an ISRC code, you can get your ISRC code yourself. You can purchase it, assign it to your music, to the song. You can input that into your distribution platform, into most of them. And then when you put your ISRC code, let's say you sign up to DistroKid and you tell them, okay, I got my own ISRC code. There's a section there where you can tap that. Is they'll give you an ISRC code. But let's say you have your own. You put that in. Then that same code, you go to the other platform. You go to BDS and everywhere else. And when you're filling out the information for your music, there's on some of the platforms, there's going to be an ISRC code section there where you can put that in. And that's going to help you to keep everything on track so everything matches and you can get paid. All right? Because there's multiple ways to get money. Listen, if you're a producer and you're a writer on the song, you can make a lot of money. You're going to get all the money because you're the one that did the music. You did the music and the production. But let's say you just did half. You're still going to get a lot of money and you're going to get it from multiple different avenues. Okay? So now, this is what I encountered when I was building this platform. So at first, I was thinking about building the Fats Media platform. I was going to build a Fats Media website, and I was going to interview artists, and then I was going to put the app up and tell them, hey, this app is good because you can sell your music. This is why I built Nario. I built Nario so you can sell your music. I wanted music to be sold like a movie. So you would sell the movie, and then the movie goes to streaming after 6 weeks, 8 weeks. 10 weeks, 12 weeks, depending how well it does sometimes or how much money they put into it. So this was always my vision. You sell your album, you sell your music, you build up a buzz before, of course. You build up a buzz and you have that flame going while you're selling. And then after you've made some money, some direct money, then you put it in streaming. So this can all be done with this system. This is why I created Nario, because you can put your album for sale on Nario just with a toggle, just with a tab. You tap on something right there in your creator profile and you put it for sale and you set the price. Your friends buy it. The money goes into your wallet and then you click for withdraw and you get the money in your PayPal. All right. This is what I wanted. Now, okay. So now you sold your music and you're making money. Then a few weeks later, you release it through streaming. So you schedule that out with whatever distribution platform you want to use. Check out Fats Distribution, Fats District, sorry. Check that out. And you can schedule it out. You put the date when you want the project released. Normally, I would say, hey, if you're going to put up for sale this time, put it up for sale 4 to 6 weeks later. All right. And then when you have the music out for distribution, then I have other plans that you can do to make more money and release more stuff to keep the flame going. Different versions and stuff like that, and features and additions and all that. But so when I was coming up with this information, I was thinking, okay, the app is going to have this up and running. Then I was thinking, a lot of people that sign up to the distribution platforms, they don't realize that they're signed to a non-exclusive. So a lot of people that are signed to these distribution platforms, you're signed to DistroKid, you're signed to Lander, you're signed to CD Baby, you're signed to TuneCore. A lot of artists don't know that this is a that this is not a non-exclusive. You own the rights to your music. They're just pumping it out to distribution platforms, and if you approach a distribution platform that's not being handled by them, you have the rights to your music. You can put it up on that platform. So you can put your music, essentially, you can log into Nario, create an account, and put your music on Nario, because we're not tied in to any big corporation, and we don't have distribution deals with any of these platforms. So you won't be competing with yourself with these other platforms trying to submit the stuff. So the money will go directly to you. This is just you being the plug, You putting it in and you talking directly to the plug, and you're going to get that money. Now, why is this? So why did I venture into distribution? Was I realized that when these artists, I spoke to a few, and along the years I've talked to many others, and when I talk to them and I talk to them about releasing projects, they all tell me the same thing, that they're just, yeah, I signed an account, I opened an account with this distribution thing, I put my song up there, and then nothing happens. There's no promo, there's no nothing. They a few Instagram posts, um, a few maybe they'll go do a festival show or something. They'll get one of those where they let indie artists perform in the beginning. They'll get something like that. They have some kind of connection, and they'll do a little pop up show somewhere. And when they do the pop up show, there's no strategy involved in getting fans engagement, getting their email addresses, getting their socials to try to retarget them. There's none of that. So I was thinking to myself, so when you put music out, what are the chances of you blowing up if there's no plan in place and there's no team behind you pushing it? So you're just a number to this distribution platform, putting, you're like one out of 50,000 uploading music every day. And I mean, they're doing their job. They're taking your content, putting it up, they're reviewing it and putting it up on the distribution platforms. And they're getting paid every time they put it up there. But for you to get paid, you have to make sure you fill out these things. You have to make sure, number one, you're protected, you're copyrighted, that you're on, your song's going to play on digital radio, on internet radio, on regular radio. You hope it does. So you got to be connected you got to register with SoundScan. So get that out the way. You got to get on BMI or ASCAP to get your publishing for your music. All right. You got to get all of that. You got to get your splits together. You got to get a split sheet and get that together. So then if you get a co-writer or you got a producer that you came up with an agreement with, you got that in writing. Because as soon as it blows up, that producer's going to come back knocking saying, hey, you promised me half of this song and there was no discussion, and you're going to have to give it if you're lucky. Sometimes the producer, they'll want 100%. They'll want 100% on the production side. And then you would take 100% of the writing side. But that's basically 50% of the money coming in through that avenue. So you have that too. So there's so many ways that you can make money in music. And this is not mentioning the merch. This is not your streams on YouTube getting paid off of that. This is not your streams of your music being played on social media platforms. I mean, there's so many ways you can make money. But now I see, when I'm looking at it, and I'm building this platform, I kind of knew a little bit before of separation between huge artists and independent artists, but now I see why, and this is why virtual management is needed. Now I understand people that have real managers, real human managers that's with them. I understand why they wouldn't like this, but this is for the early musicians, artists that want to put their music out there and they want a team behind them, but they can't afford a big team, and they don't have anyone that believes in them that's going to push for them. So listen, if you sign up to Fats Distribution, you're going to have my phone number. You're going to be able to text me. We're going to talk once a week, and we're going to have a video call once a month. Every month, you're going to have the outline of the plan, outline plan of your release. So it's going to have your social media posts. It's going to have your interviews. I'm going to set you up with interviews, not just Fats Media interviews. You're going to be interviewed by Fats Media. We're going to get that ball rolling. You're going to get the Fats Media podcast interview. You're going to get that out the way. But we're going to set you up with interviews with other platforms. And is either going to be, phone interviews, video interviews, blog post interviews where it's just written. But we're going to get you interviews every month. You're going to get, if you want features, we'll help you get features. If you need beats, Fats District has beats. Fats District is going to have beats. That's another thing that I haven't mentioned. Fats District is going to have beats. So it's going to have beats that you can use for social media posts. If you're under the management tier, so if you pick the plan with the management, you're going to have access to everything. But if you're just testing it out and you want to do the free plan, you can release one song and you have access to 5 beats. You can use them for social media posts. All you have to do is just tag Fats District in it, and you're fine. It's not going to get flagged. You're not going to have any issues. So there's going to be certain beats that you can use them for certain platforms on a free basis as long as you're a member. Everything is, as long as you're a member, you're going to be able to have access to things. But if you have the management, if you pick the management plan, you're going to have access to everything. We're going to set up your rollout with sales. We're going to do your merch. We're going to do your interviews. We're going to do your whole promo, and we're going to talk to each other and come up with the game plan. All right, this is not a sprint. There's a marathon. So we're gonna treat it as such, and we're gonna build the fan base, and you're gonna have all the information. You're gonna have all your fan base information in your. We can set something up on Google Drive. We can set something up on Dropbox, and you'll have the list of all your fans where you'll be able to retarget them. This is not when you sign up to these platforms and you run ads to their platform. You're running ads to get a stream on Spotify, and then you don't know who that person is. That we're not working that way. We're gonna build a fan base, a loyal fan base, and a connected fan base that you're gonna have connection with, and they're gonna have connection with you, and you're gonna be able to tell those people and guide those fans and tell them, hey, I'm gonna be on this platform. I'm gonna perform on this day. Please show up. And then with that connection, we're gonna make sure as many of them as possible do show up. So check out fatsdistrict.com. It's still being worked on right now. You still can't even sign up yet. So this is super early on. You can't sign up yet. There's still a few things that need to be filled in. But if you want to log in, you can log in, sign up under the free plan, and check it out. You can log in under the free plan, and then you'll see the user panel. You can see the user panel and check that out. And there's more stuff that's going to go up there. It's going to have a ton of beats in there. Going to have over 300 beats. Just to start out with, you're going to have 300 to 500 beats. But it's definitely going to be over 3. You're going to have 300 to 500 beats. A small portion of those are going to be free use beats for free users. Majority of the other beats are going to be for the paid subscribers. They're going to be able to use the beats. If you want exclusive beats, there's going to be an exclusive section where you can exclusively take that beat and use it for your release, and it's yours. You own it 100%. All right, so that's gonna have that as well. So for all of you musicians that are looking for beats, you singers that you need beats for your music, and you want a beat in the background while you're writing to it. This is perfect. That you don't have to purchase the beat. You can sign up to Fats District, play the beat in the background, write to it, and then if you like it, record to it, and then that's it. If you're a member, you get it. You just say you want it, and that's it. And we'll take it off. And nobody else will have it. So as people pick those beats are gonna go. Those beats aren't just staying up there, and it's not the same beat is not gonna be given to 100 people. With the exclusive beat, you get exclusive rights to that beat. You're taking that beat. You get all the paperwork for it in a file, and it's yours. So I feel very proud about what I'm building over here, and like I say, people that watch my page on TikTok, they know that I have a job. I have a full-time job. And when I'm not working, I'm working. When I'm not working, I'm working. So when I'm not working my full-time job, that I'm sweating 90 degrees outside, and then I'm taking every paycheck and putting it into this, then I'm working on this. So right now I got the Fats podcast going. I'm recording this right now while you're watching. And then after this, I have to go research for a blog post for fatsmedia.com. And then I have to make a separate YouTube video for the YouTube platform. This podcast goes on YouTube as well, but I make a separate video for YouTube twice a week. This podcast is Monday through Friday, but I have a separate YouTube show called Today's Rundown, talking about hip hop news. And I've been slacking on that because I've been building this, and it's been insane work. I mean, my eyes are red as I'm so tired, but I'm not gonna stop. And I appreciate everyone that listens. Listen, people always have something to say. I've had friends look at my page, and they're like, "You've been doing this, and you only have 37 followers." I mean, that's 37 people that have chosen to follow me, in 15 days, 37 people. Now imagine if I stayed dedicated and I did this for 350 days, 356 days in a year. Let's say I do this every day of the year. In 15 days, I picked up 37. In a year, I can have hundreds, right? Hundreds of people that know who I am, that are following the journey. Listen, with 15 days and 10 podcasts in, I already have 58 subscribers to the podcast, and it's growing. Every day it gets more and more. And, I don't take that for granted. I know what I'm building, and I know this is going to be hard work, but uh, any questions people have, when people ask me questions, it triggers questions in my brain. So you'll ask me a question that you think is simple, like how do I get my song copyrighted, and then you explain to me why you want to get it copyrighted. But in explaining that, you're letting me know your thought process, and I'm like, oh, I never thought of that, and then I start figuring it out, like, how can I fix that in the process, in the build of the Fats Media empire that I'm trying to build here, with the Fats Media podcast and everything else. How can I integrate that thought and help other artists by talking about it, so then they can hear it in the podcast or see it in a video, or I integrate it into the platform, and then they'll get that additional support when they're releasing content. Now, I've been making a lot of podcasts. Before I close out, I've been making a lot of podcasts talking about music stuff. So this is not just a music platform. The app is going to be on TV too. So the developer is just working on the app right now, trying to get everything right, and then we're going to get the app up on TV. So you're going to have the web app, the TV app. So it's going to be available on Apple TV and Google and all that, and Roku's and LG and all that. So, but that costs a lot of money. That costs a ton of money, and it's different platforms, it's different code and submissions, and this is all completely independently run, and just, this is just a lot of. I'm only one person. I mean, any help that people want to give me, I'd really appreciate it. Just message me. I'm not one of those that says no. My slogan is, if it's free, it's for me. And anybody want to intern, um, and help me grow this thing, I'd appreciate it. I really would. Anybody wants to be in the music business and wants to get behind the scenes, let's work. Let's work. I'm ready. I'm ready. As soon as we get some subscribers, the office is gonna open up. I'm gonna need people in there. So my day ones, I need you. This is a calling card if you hear this and you're ready. So I'm sorry. So why am I just talking about music? So right now I'm doing the distribution thing. Nario, the video portion is being fixed up. So in the Nario app, there's video, there's music. Then there's podcasts where people are gonna be able to put their feed in there. I'm uploading podcasts on my own by manually. I have to upload the podcast, upload the cover art, everything. But when you sign up to, let's say, a Podbean or a Spotify podcast, they give you the feed address, and then you can just plug in that feed address, and all that information, the description of the podcast, the image, all the audio, all that gets pushed wherever you want. So that's what I have the developer working on right now, where I can put the address for the podcast, and then the whole podcast just goes in there, and I don't have to drag and drop and do any of that stuff. So because the app still needs so much work, and the video part needs a lot of work, I haven't been focused on promoting the video. Now, I have a few competitions that I have in mind that I want to get up and running. One competition for the people that live in New York. Let me know if you live in New York. I'm going to do a scavenger hunt where I'm going to try to do a scavenger hunt in each borough of New York City. And then later I'm going to do a scavenger hunt across the U.S. But a scavenger hunt in New York City where people run around the city and do certain things. They'll film it. They'll film themselves with their phone. And they'll go and do certain tasks or find things that I'm going to hide, and then they'll get paid at the end of it. And then that video content that they shoot, they'll send it to me, and then I'll use that video content and put it for promotion for the platform. I'll promote the whole scavenger hunt as a show, and I'll put the different people running around, maybe a long show, break it up into parts, and put it up on YouTube, social medias, and on Nario, and push people to go to a Nario app. So because that is video related, and the video portion, so I'm having issues with the video counter. So there's hundreds of views with certain videos on Nario, but it still says 4 views. And the developer's having issues fixing it because the count on the Apple player and then the count on the Google Android player and the count on the web player sometimes doesn't match, and sometimes it all says the same thing. So the developer, he wants to work on it, but I have him doing the podcast thing. So once the podcast thing is done, then he's supposed to work on the he's going to work on the video counter. We have a whole list. There's a whole list. I can read the whole list for you, for the people. If you're still listening, I appreciate you. I promise. Thank you. You're a real one. Let me see. I'll give you the whole breakdown. I have like a list, and it says app tasks. So here's what the guy has to do. The developer has to fix right now. I want video content to broadcast to the TV. So I want the AirPlay function where people be able to tap on the video and play it on the TV screen. So because we don't have the web app, we don't have the TV app right now, I need that function to work there for when I have like a pay-per-view event or I set up, some big event, right? We need that. All right. Now you can share music. So right now, if you upload music, the 3 dots is right by the image, and you can share it, and you can share it through text or through email. And you share it to anyone. So you have that. We don't have that for video, so that's on the list. Share link for video content. Now create video playlists. Now, let's say you upload a series. So for you filmmakers that upload movies, and then you want to upload a series of a show, like 8 episodes, it would all be separate right now because there's no playlist. So he has to make video playlists. So then you can save everything to a series section. You can make a playlist out of it, and it'll be a series. So this app is meant to be YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, and TikTok or Instagram all combined. That's what I'm trying to build right now, to build a central hub for independent music artists. This is all completely independently owned, by the way. And all right, so filmmakers are gonna be able to upload content. So I'm trying to add a movies category to it. Right now it's just video. And let's see what is on the list. Integrate podcast feed. I already told you about that. So that's further down the list. He's working on that. He says the video share thing is done, but I don't see it. So I don't think he pushed it onto the app yet. Then he has to rearrange a little bit on the app. The Nario logo on the top left, that's going to take you to the home screen. Then the home button in the bottom left, that's going to be your video button. So it's going to be video, shorts, the social feed, music, and podcasts. All right. I'm thinking about rearranging those icons. Let me know if you like it like that. So that's the home screen rearranging. And then app push notification. So when you download the app and then you get notified, hey, there's this new show on Nario available right now, or Netflix, something like that. There's that. He has to update user watch history. That's when you watch a video and you leave the app and then you come back, and it has like a red bar and it shows you where you left it off. So you were 30 minutes into a movie that's 2 hours long. When you tap it, then you can resume. That's user watch history. Trying to get that fixed. It doesn't work at all. You would have to start it from scratch and fast forward. So that's an issue. Now we have a website, which is called the web app for Nario, nario.co. And that website is a little different from the appearance from the app. So you're supposed to make the website look like the app. Still working on that. And then as far as payment, you will get paid through PayPal. So we have that. That's completely ready. This is why we're in beta. I'm sorry for people that want to hear about the app. I appreciate you listening. All right. I know this is like going long on the app. So this is why this is important. Now, when you get a stream on Spotify, you'll get a stream and you'll get paid a certain percentage, 0.0003 cents. So you would get 1,000 streams and you'll get 30 cents or something like that, or 3 cents. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 cents to get 1,000 streams. 1,000,000 streams, you get $3,000. It depends on the platform. It goes up and down. So with Nario, it's going to be on the credit system. So people subscribe. Right now it's for free because it's beta. But once we put in the subscription portion of it in there, the person building the app, not creating the app, the person building the app, he's supposed to fix the token system. So what that is So you would subscribe, let's say $10, $12 a month. You subscribe, you would get 3,000 points or 3,000 credits. I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet. You get 3,000 credits, and every credit you can just use it to watch a piece of content. So you'll watch a music video, you'll watch a movie, you'll watch audio, and when you watch these things using that credit directly gets sent to the user, to the creator. So the musician, the film, the person who owns the film that uploaded the film, they'll get that money. That money goes into their wallet minus the administration fee because, it's very important. Is sorry, not important. It's very expensive to host all of these files, all of the video files, all of the audio files, all of those. Like a movie is multiple gigs, and you get 1,000 movies or you get 100 movies. It's just a ton of memory that's being stored away, and you have to pay every time you reach that cap of the amount of memory on your platform. You have to keep paying more money every month for them to store that, and they have to have a backup just in case for emergencies. You have to pay for a backup. There's a ton of fees. That's not including the processing fees when you're making the transaction. Apple takes a cut when you subscribe to a platform. So if you subscribe for $12, Apple's taking, if you're minority owned and you're making under $1 million, they take 15%. So they're taking 15% of that $12. Then you have to charge a processing fee for you to take that money to use it for the storing of the, for using of the platform and to update the app and all of that. And then the rest goes to the artist. So that's what we're working on now, is creating that credit system. So then when you watch it immediately, the artist gets that sent to them. So as soon as you click it, it's like making a purchase, but it's just a tiny purchase. It's not a purchase. You just click and play. And that's the indication that you've watched this, you listen to this, is going to process and it's going to be immediately in the wallet of the user. So there's no other platform doing this right now. There's nobody else paying you for streams at the time of play. No one else. All right. So this is groundbreaking and independent. And you know what happens when independence does this? That's when the majors, they try to buy you or they try to copy you. And when they copy you, they get mad, they put up some walls, and then they do exactly what they said that you shouldn't be doing. They go and steal it and do it. So I expect that once this goes up and we get to 10,000, 15,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, it's going to take notice. People are going to take notice, and then all the other platforms are going to use that, and they're going to do that in their platforms, and that's when everybody wins. That's when everyone's going to get paid for their content, and everyone's going to put a lot more work into their content because they're going to get paid right away. They're going to know what they're going to get paid. And the beautiful thing about this is you can't scam the system. You have to subscribe and get paid for when the thing gets streamed. So you can't take a link, run ads on it, and get someone from India to click on it so that you can make money, because you have to be a subscriber to watch it and to hear it. There's going to be that paywall gap. So there's not going to be any extra playing. Right now, people are getting away with that with these big platforms because the platform, on top of making money off of you by paying you not what you deserve, they're paying you less than what you deserve to get paid. They're already counting that as a loss because they're going to make money off of you all the other ways. They're going to make money off of you now with merch. They're doing the super fan thing. They're taking a cut of everything. You're basically signing a 360 deal without signing a 360 deal. You're giving them a huge percentage of your income and not getting anything in return. You're still going to have to keep putting out the same work ethic. You're still going to have to keep running the ads and and pushing that to get less money back. And I hope if you're still listening, I hope you see the vision. I hope you see what I'm trying to do, and I hope you join me in this. And just follow me on social media. If I get over 50 followers on TikTok, then I can start going live stream on TikTok, and then I can really go into long form videos talking about all this stuff and answering questions for artists. And if you're looking for a manager, check out fatsdistrict.com. The link is going to be in the description. Check out fatsmedia.com. The Fats District link is there too. And yeah, check it out over there and see it. Check it out, read it, and see what you think about it. Log into the free plan and see how it looks. When you're signed up to Fats District, you're gonna get access to everything. All right. So if there's anything that I should add to the platform, to Fast District, Fast Media, to Nario, to anything, message me please, because as soon as I get it, I'm gonna try to put it in there, or I'm gonna hit up the developer for the app, and he's gonna put it. He's gonna get mad and then put it in there slowly, but it'll get done. It'll be on the queue. Yeah. Thank you for listening, and subscribe. Peace.